world was on fire, no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I met somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love without you.
Hi, this is John Cullen. Welcome to Bedtime Stories. In this episode of Bedtime Stories, I'm going to be reading from the writings of Ray Kurzweil, Senior Fellow at Google. This is from a column that Ray Kurzweil wrote for the New York Times called A Recipe for Destruction, and this was published December 1st, 2019, right before the onset of coronavirus. From the New York Times, A Recipe for Destruction by Ray Kurzweil. Dear readers, in my 2005 opinion piece for the New York Times, co-author Bill Joy and I discuss serious decisions that must be made by those in control of powerful technological and scientific data, know-how, and instrumentation. This event happened 15 years ago, but the issue is as important today as it was then. While I'm a technology optimist, I'm also a pragmatist. I believe the future will evolve in a positive way as humanity remains diligent. The double-edged sword I talk about in my books is this: we must acknowledge the fact that technology is accelerating, and with that rapid increase in capability, we also must police the power that comes with it and pay attention to the ever-increasing ease with which individuals can wield more impactful technology. As I predicted in my books and continue to observe in everyday life, everything is getting smarter, faster, and more capable. I support watchful organizations that aim to preserve the value we get from accelerating tech while also guarding humanity's safety. It will take both as we usher in the singularity. Ray Kurzweil. Introduction by Ray Kurzweil and Bill Joy. After a decade of painstaking research, federal and university scientists have reconstructed the 1918 influenza virus that killed 50 million people worldwide. Like the flu viruses now raising alarm bells in Asia, the 1918 virus was a bird flu that jumped directly to humans, the scientists reported. To shed light on how the virus evolved, the United States Department of Health and Human Services published the full genome of the 1918 influenza virus on the internet in the GenBank database. This is extremely foolish. The genome is essentially the design of a weapon of mass destruction. No responsible scientist would advocate publishing precise designs for an atomic bomb, and in two ways, revealing the sequence for the flu virus is even more dangerous. First, it would be easier to create and release this highly destructive virus from the genetic data than it would be to build and detonate an atomic bomb, given only its design. because you don't need rare raw materials such as plutonium or enriched uranium. Synthesizing the virus from scratch would be difficult but far from impossible. An easier approach would be to modify a conventional flu virus with the 8 unique and now published genes of the 1918 killer virus. Second, release of the virus would be far worse than an atomic bomb. Analyses have shown that the detonation of an atomic bomb in a modern city could kill as many as 1 million people. Release of a highly communicable and deadly biological virus could kill tens of millions, with some estimates in the hundreds of millions. A Science magazine writer named Jocelyn Kaiser said, "Both the authors and Science's editors acknowledge concerns that terrorists could, in theory, use the info to reconstruct the year 1918 flu virus, and yet the journal required that the full genome sequence be made available on the GenBank database as a condition for publishing the paper." Proponents of publishing this data point out that valuable insights have been gained from the virus's recreation. These insights could help scientists across the world detect and defend against future pandemics, including avian flu. However, there are other approaches for sharing the scientifically useful info. Specific insights, for example, that a key mutation noted in one gene may in part explain the virus's unusual virulence, could be published without disclosing the complete genetic recipe. The precise genome could potentially be shared with scientists with suitable security assurances. We urgently need international agreements by scientific organizations to limit such publications and an international dialogue on the best approach to preventing recipes for weapons of mass destruction for falling into the wrong hands. Part of that discussion should concern the appropriate role of governments, scientists, and their scientific societies and industry. We also need a new Manhattan Project to develop specific defenses against new biological viral threats, natural or human-made. They are promising new technologies, like RNA interference, that could be harnessed. We need to put more stones on the defensive side of the scale. We realize that calling for this genome to be unpublished is a bit like trying to gather the horses back into the barn. Perhaps we will be lucky this time, and we will indeed succeed in developing defenses for these killer flu viruses before they're needed. We should, however, treat the genetic sequences of pathological, biological viruses with no less care than designs for nuclear weapons. This has been Recipe for Destruction by Ray Kurzweil and Bill Joy. Originally published October 2005. This was updated by Ray Kurzweil December 1st, 2019. I'm John Cullen. Thanks for joining Bedtime Stories.
The world was on fire, no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I met somebody like you. I never dreamed that I knew somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love without you. game you play to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do, to let me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say, you never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do, to make me dream of you. And I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love without you. Without you. The world was on fire, no one could save me but you. It's strange what this I make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I loved somebody like you. I never dreamed that I loved somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love without you. Without you. Oh, without you.